Thursday Night Crypto Podcast is brought to you by BlockNation, the industry leader in blockchain news, crypto updates, market analysis, marketing tips, business growth, and the best football insight in the world. Stay tuned.
Hey, that was kind of tight.
What's good, BlockNation? You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, we're in here, Drew and Zach, dive into the BlockNation Crypto Podcast.
Oh, I was excited.
Hey, big stuff going on in the market.
Big stuff going on in the world.
So Bitcoin jumped from about 3,600 to 4,000.
Yeah, out of nowhere, right?
All-time high for February. Well, I mean, bunch of stuff's been going on.
Yeah. I mean, well, one thing you see, I don't know if you've seen it, but I've seen IBM nonstop coming out about blockchain. Nonstop blockchain.
Well, okay, let's throw out the companies here. JP Morgan,
Yep.
biggest bank in the world.
Yep.
Okay, IBM,
Yep.
biggest technology company in the world. Facebook,
Yep.
biggest social media company in the world.
Ding, 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 ding.
Twitter, all right, top three
Yep.
Social media company in the world. So if you think Bitcoin blockchain is dead, you need to wake up.
Yeah, and let me tell you, I don't know how I feel. This is why I announced on Twitter today that I wanted some traders to reach out to us, or if we could reach out to them and try to get some on the show, because I've seen 3 or 4 main traders who think we're out of the bear market.
Out of the bear market.
Correct.
So they're very bullish.
Yeah, and then I haven't seen one at all in about 3-4 weeks. Out of nowhere, I saw 2 today that say we're still going down. That's wild to me.
I mean, I'd love to get some TA on the show. Anyone listening wants to jump on their TA, we'll throw you on here. Wait, let's talk some stats. All right, so the market cap jumped Bitcoin 65 to 69 billion. So 4 billion. All right, that's about 6% increase. And I mean,
Twitter was going crazy.
Hey, isn't it crazy? I mean, you just add a couple $1 billion to the cap.
You know what? I'm not even mad at everybody. Go ahead.
I'm excited. It's good to be excited.
It felt good to actually. So I haven't looked at CoinMarketCap in forever, year probably. I got a couple friends, who nonstop into it. They let me know every time, but it's good to get a text message from them talking actually good about Bitcoin.
I jump on CMC. I like to see what the price is at.
It hurts sometimes.
For about a year, it's been hurting. But the tough times are over.
They are.
Ethereum's been balling.
I saw that. It just shot up from like a bill to 150.
In 1 week, it's jumped 14%. So a bill and a quarter to a bill 45.
And then that followed Litecoin the week before.
Yeah, Litecoin's been balling. I think it was like 33%. I didn't write down the stats, but
did you see any other altcoins have been?
I think the past 2 days, the entire market has been jumping.
Yeah, they have. I saw
at least the large caps.
Yeah. I saw at one time IOST was up like 16%. So I mean that's just one of my coins that I liked.
That is one of our favorite coins, no doubt. All right.
So besides these coins, any other big news?
Man, the Bitcoin ETF. So
now I feel like we've talked about it before.
It's big. That's why we keep bringing it up.
So tell me, what are they saying? What's the update?
Okay, so it's on the clock. So the SEC has 45 days.
That's right.
To file an initial response. So March 13th, they're going to file initial response.
So, hold on. So they just release something like a note or memo that says, "Hey, we're."
I think they give them the opportunity to make some corrections.
Okay.
So VanEck Bitcoin ETF, they presented the ETF, and the SEC is going to respond to it in 45 days. They basically say, "Hey, make these changes."
There's nothing wrong with that.
Whatever. And then on April 13th, they finally got to make a decision.
Yep.
And either to approve it or disapprove it, but they can also give it an extension.
And that's a good thing, for them to say, hey, take a little bit more time and get this right.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with getting it figured out. And why this is important, because we were just talking about $4 billion added to the Bitcoin market cap. What happened? Now imagine every retirement account has an opportunity to get exposure to Bitcoin easily. Boom. It's on a major exchange. And one thing that's going to help it, what did we talk about last week with the NASDAQ? Do you remember?
We talked a lot about the NASDAQ.
Remember the 2 indexes, Bitcoin and Ethereum?
Yep.
That's really going to play a big part in providing a less manipulated index for the Bitcoin ETF.
Yeah.
It's like saying $4 billion added to the cap, and everyone goes crazy. What happens when a $200 billion gets added in retirement accounts?
Yeah. It's funny. I saw some stats. People were talking about trading, how when it comes to Bitcoin, how much is traded per day or it was a certain amount of time. It said in one day, Bitcoin, in one full day, Bitcoin can get traded in anywhere between like 50 to like $75 billion, right?
Yeah.
Gold, $250 billion.
Yeah. And I don't know if Bitcoin is gold. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you're right. When you start adding that volume,
yeah.
I mean, it's go time.
For whatever reason, when I saw that, when I heard that stat, it just kind of put things in like major perspective. 65 billion? 250 billion.
And so hopefully the SEC approves it. And okay, so 2 weeks ago, one of the commissioners with the last name Jackson, he thinks eventually it's going to be approved. So even though if they deny it, they can keep submitting it, and hopefully this thing gets approved.
I hope so.
All right, so you sent me this earlier in the week about Vitalek's bag. So Vitalek Buterin and the cryptos he holds. You
know how he's normally like more to himself. He doesn't really talk about that kind of thing, personal things like that. Well, in the interview, he basically talked to the bags that he had and he owned.
I think that's awesome.
I do too. I was surprised as hell when I was like, okay, is this a headline grabber? Just want some clicks? And I was reading through. I was like, oh, so he really did release his bags. I mean, what he holds. And just to give our listeners some stats on this, okay, he has 350,000 Ethereum, which is about $50 million. And so when you said that to me, I started looking at it on Twitter. Some people are pissed. Yeah. That he owns that much Ethereum. Okay, he made the network. It's the second largest coin by market cap. Let me just say something. Lean on in. The Ethereum, the free network, well, not the free, but I mean it's cheap to spend money or to send money or even to build dApps. To use it costs a fraction of a cent. That's what I'm saying. It's basically a free tool for you to use. You got to pay a gas fee every now and then. How are you going to complain about it? This is what I compare it to. Okay, look at CEOs and the biggest business owners. How much do they get paid? Oh. They also get stock options. Yeah. Okay, so Zuckerberg owns stock options in his own company. I'm sure he owns quite a bit. Tesla owns stock options in his company, okay? How's that too much different than owning the crypto? Because it's crypto. Yeah. And so I see people on there hating on it. Guys, he created Ethereum. I know he had a team of people, and I'm sure they all got fat holdings too. But he created it. If you build something as big as this, you deserve $50 million from it. Agreed. All right, so we'll break down his other bags. Okay, so he also has Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Doge, Zcash, Kyber Network, Maker, Augur, and a few other airdrops from ICOs. Yeah. I know about all those coins. If I had to pick one that to drop, I'd be Dogecoin or Dogcoin, Doge, whatever you call it. You like Doge? I would just drop it. I think I would. I don't think I'd even hold it. Some people use that for money spending though. Yeah. I've read stories where people actually use that. But once I heard the actual creator say that it was a joke, it was hard for me to say, yeah, let me spend a couple grand on Doge. Yeah, I've never been a fan of it, but to each his own. And I'm sure he probably just helped him out and got paid in Doge. I bet they went up. I mean, it's probably advising. 7%. Yeah. And so, I mean, it's awesome. I'm definitely going to check out some more of these coins. I haven't looked too much into Augur. I like Maker. I've used the CDP on Makers before, and that's actually pretty cool. I like Augur too. I like Augur too. No. All right, so next on the block is Zuckerberg. Yeah. Talking about using blockchain in Facebook. Yeah, so when I saw this, the first thing I saw was Zuckerberg considering using blockchain. I just rolled my eyes, of course, right? Another headline. And I started reading into it, opened it up, reading into it. What he wants to do is basically, so when you go to log into Facebook, when you log in, he wants that portion right there to be through the blockchain, the top layer. So basically, if anyone's ever heard of Digibyte? Yeah. Digibyte, they actually have that technology. And he's talking about, he doesn't know if this technology is actually possible. And I'm over here reading the thing saying, well, hold up. Digibyte actually does that, has already done that. Well, I saw his quote. This is a direct quote. I haven't found a way for this to work. He needs to call me so I can tell him who to go talk to.
If you're listening, Digibyte.
Yeah,
Digibyte.
somebody get them connected, or at least they can help each other out, right?
Well, what do you think? Do you like it? Do you dislike it?
It depends. If the way Digibyte has it set up, I like that way. But I'm sure he's got some other plan for like facial recognition, hold your phone up to your phone. So I don't know. Who knows, right?
Well, this is what scares me.
Tell me.
Okay, is Facebook's had data issues forever.
Yeah. Yep.
And if you start putting data on the blockchain, you basically just store someone's data permanently.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and although, we could say, oh, Facebook owns our data, they may just do that anyways. Well, they kind of control who has access to it for the most part. If you get hacked, you get hacked. That's one thing, all right? But to put it on a blockchain with or without your consent, and it's there forever. Yeah. I personally don't want all my data on a blockchain.
I wonder if... I don't know how. Of course, he doesn't know how they're going to do it. So who knows? I know. I don't know how they're going to do it. Maybe we need to holler at Digibyte. But I'm assuming that you're just holding some keys or something. I would hope.
That's what it seemed like. They wanted it for the logging into.
Yeah, but that's exactly how I took it too. But I would hope it's like you're just holding keys.
But I just worry.
I know.
I do not want my. I mean, it's just. And remember when we were young in Facebook, no one cared when Facebook first came out. That's why so many people would get in trouble for drinking and partying on their Facebook. Because when it came out, and me and you were in high school and college and all that, it wasn't a big deal. You didn't think about it. Then people get caught up, 10 years later doing a beer bong.
Let me tell you.
They lose a promotion over it.
So we didn't have Facebook. We missed out on Facebook. We had it back in college. We missed out on Facebook for a big period of time. I get back on a year ago, recently. I'm like, I feel like I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing on there.
Yeah.
Just, it's fast. It blew up fast. So who knows how fast they can get blockchain technology built in.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm worried because some young people may not care that all my data is stored online.
Absolutely. They don't.
Well, 15 years later, you may give a shit.
And what are people looking for nowadays? Ease of use. Anything easy to do. If I can log into my computer and log into 4 different emails at once, that's what most people want,
So hopefully, if he does want to incorporate it, he can figure it out.
Talk to Digibyte.
All right. Have you been checking out the Bitcoin Lightning Network?
I did. If
you get on Twitter, you've seen it.
I was about to say, pumps it up too. I was looking at his stuff too.
Well, it's gone up about 830% in the entire network. So its capacity, not necessarily its usage, but just the amount of transactions. And that was what was the biggest knock on Bitcoin last year, the past 2 years, is it couldn't just handle the influx of transactions.
Yeah. Because
you can't do them all on the chain. So the capacity's gone up 830% from what it is now.
So how much, do you know a lot about this network?
I know a little bit. Remember that book I told you to read, Mastering Bitcoin?
Yep.
Okay, the author goes on a section over the Lightning Network and how it can be used. Basically, you make transactions, what's called off the chain. Yep. And then later, those transactions get loaded to the blockchain. And basically, the entire process is very similar how it works. The security is very similar. It just allows faster transactions for Bitcoin.
Cool.
So if you're a merchant, you can use the Lightning Network. Yeah. That way you don't have to wait 10 minutes for the block to transact. The customer can just pay you, goes to the Lightning Network in a couple seconds.
So it's processed now.
Yeah. And so that was one of the biggest knocks. Well, it can't be used for spending. Well, actually it can.
Yeah.
So,
ding, ding.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. And just to give you a little stat on it, it's gone up that much, okay, in 6 months, but it's also gone up 30% in the past 24 hours.
What?
Yeah.
My goodness.
So it's scaling. Exponentially, not just
exactly what who wrote Mastery of Bitcoin?
I can't ever.
Okay. So it wasn't Andre Antonopoulos, or it was him.
That's
okay. So
I'm terrible with names. I butcher them.
So he talked. I heard him talk about the Lightning Network, and he talked about or the Bitcoin network, how as you move further along its life cycle, its lifespan, it will naturally scale.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm assuming with this Lightning Network, it's going to be even faster.
Yeah, it improves the speed. It makes it similar to PayPal.
That's wild.
But crypto, blockchain, decentralized currency, something the world desperately needs.
Man, who's gonna come up with that internet layer? You know what I'm saying?
Ethereum.
Yeah, Ethereum's good, but I'm saying who's gonna come up with that just super easy to use plug-in or something? You know what I'm saying? Someone's gonna figure out something that they can use this. What's Hot doing or Holo? Aren't they doing something with the internet layer?
Yeah, they kind of act as a membrane between blockchain and the internet.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. We'll talk about it later. But
another topic for another day.
I'm telling you, something cool though.
Okay, I do think we got another use case for blockchain.
Tell me.
And I saw this recently. Okay, the LA Kings are going to verify merchandise with a blockchain app.
How so? Oh, okay. As in
the authenticity of it.
Really?
So like if you get something signed, you can get a letter that proves that this is authentic.
Yeah.
I got
what do they call that? They call that a letter of authenticity or something like that, right?
So I got Tom Brady's signature.
I don't know how to say it.
Letter of authenticity.
There you go.
But if you get Tom Brady's signature on like a football, you can send in that letter and you can pay whatever fee and you get that letter of authenticity. Just kind of help prove that this is real.
Right.
Well, they're also easy to knock off.
Yeah.
Okay, so this app that the LA Kings are going to use is going to allow people to prove that this is actual authentic merchandise, signed by players, whatever.
And it's stored on the blockchain.
It's stored on the blockchain.
Awesome.
Okay,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's really
That's cool as hell.
And what's important about it is, let's say there's a change.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say somebody, put something out there. It wasn't authentic, and then they tried to sell it, and at the auction they kind of caught it, and so they made a note on that app that this item may not be authentic, and so the next seller or next buyer is going to be able to look at that
and say
and see these different
and almost have a history of that product.
And it may not deter counterfeiting 100%, but it gives a buyer a little bit more chance and a little bit more evidence to kind of look at stuff.
What is it called when you go to buy a Carfax report?
Yeah, it's just Carfax.
Yeah,
Carfax for that can't be
another business right there. Boom, let's do it.
And so it's just one more use case for blockchain. Of course, everyone says, "Oh, blockchain is just a database." Well, you can use those databases for majority of stuff, and really every internet thing we use is just a big database store that you can access globally.
Yeah.
All right. And I think this is big. Okay, so do you remember how baseball cards used to just be, outrageously priced?
Yeah.
You had big collectors. Well, one of the downfalls of baseball cards was counterfeits. Okay, and so I can't remember the exact date. Okay, I think it was 2016. Okay, there was a baseball card called a Honus Wagner baseball card. It's like the holy grail of baseball cards.
Tell me somebody got skipped out.
Okay, so what happened was it sold at auction for $3.2 million. Just a baseball card. Now this card was from like the 1900s. Yeah, 1915s, 20. About 80 years before this happened. Okay, so the card had a rating of 5 stars. The guy who sold it was a baseball card dealer. So he counterfeited a 5-star rating. Well, when they started looking at the card, the guy who bought it got it inspected, and part of it had been cut off. Okay, so that was questioning its authenticity, and also looking at it, since part of the card was missing, all right, it shouldn't have got 5 stars. It should have been a 3-star card worth, not $3.2 million.
Yeah.
So basically, the guy scammed the seller.
And so what happened? So what happened?
There's actually an American Greed on it. That's a good show. But
I'll have to check it out.
Basically, that was kind of one of the downfalls of baseball cards is people are putting all this money because,
there's no history.
Because some people treat it like an investment.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I've seen people
I can flip this card and make money.
I know people that have done that before. And they do the same thing with little bouillon cubes and stuff like that.
And the baseball card market was in a bubble.
Yeah.
People were buying cards for stupid amounts of money. And this kind of popped that bubble just because people now said, well, there's too much counterfeiting going on. Because if someone can do it for $3.2 million, someone can do it for $500,000.
$50,000.
Yeah. Lower amount. So this app could solve a problem for issues like this.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think it's sweet.
I need to, I wish I knew about that or I hope I know about that before it goes onto the stock market.
If it goes public.
I need to know about them. That's a good idea, though.
Yeah, it's just one more use case. And I always see people...
Do you know who made it?
I didn't really get to see into that, but...
Well, I'll have to check into it.
We'll definitely check that out. I think it's a live idea. If you want someone to market this thing, you hit us up, and we'll get this mainstream for you.
100%.
Well, man, I think that's everything for our show.
I think so. What do we go for today?
20 minutes.
20?
You got the best, latest crypto stuff in under 20 minutes.
20? Hey, well, I have fun again, of course.
And I haven't added up the amount of podcasts but this may be the longest running crypto podcast.
I think so.
I'd have to double check.
I might have to run.
It may be
almost on a year, almost June, July, something like that.
Something like that.
It don't matter. A year.
It don't. If you're listening to someone else, not us, you got problems, right?
Holla!
All right, so check us out at crusader.com/BlockNation for our latest updates. And you put out a marketing podcast twice a week?
Twice a week. Well, I tried to do it twice a week, but I had some issues today.
That's all right.
I'm going to throw it up tonight, though.
And then I throw out a show, just the latest Bitcoin and crypto news, and give you my latest hot take on it.
Get it real quick.
Check it out on our YouTube page.
Hey, I literally was in the shower the other day, and I didn't get a chance to hit crypto. When I was in Dallas, I didn't get a chance to hit crypto. I literally was in the shower, and I was just playing your videos. I didn't know what was going on, so I was like, hey, let me...
You learned something.
This is quick. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like it.
All right, check us out every Thursday night. We put out the BlockNation Crypto Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
I love y'all.